Hey everyone, this is Owen Reich. I'm out here at the Bask Retreat Center construction phase of the project. And as you can see, there are trenches, dirt piles, materials piles, contractors, all this stuff going on. And one of the things that I wanted to highlight about this project is the difficulty associated with restoring an ecosystem and developing a retreat center in tandem. So how do you do that? Well, we're figuring a lot of it out here as we go and using past experiences from other sites as well. So over here to my left, there are some exposed irrigation trenches for the well line, which we had dug about a month and a half ago. So now that we have a well, we need to pipe that water to irrigate areas that we're going to be supplementally irrigating long term. And that's throughout the entire 42-acre site. We'll have lines run to various places. Here's the problem though. When you trench an irrigation line, you disturb the area and cause invasive plant species seeds that have been dormant for say 7 to 10 years to pop up. And you're also directly impacting a meadow ecosystem, which is quite rare in Middle Tennessee. So over here to my right, you can see the greenhouse excavation project in the distance, but in the foreground, there is a severely threatened lowland wet meadow. And this is likely the most valuable thing on the entire property. So where do you put the road? Where do you put an excavation ditch? Where do you do all of these things and restore the landscape? Well, for the short term of this summer, we have a situation with the retreat center and the septic field, which needs to be installed for the occupancy rate of the building. Well, they can't put it where there's disturbed soil, which means they can put it in part of the meadow that we're actively working to restore. So the problem lies in the fact that an access road for construction directly conflicts with where those seepage lines for the septic field will go. So navigating things like this is one of the most difficult parts of my job here at Bask, and making sure that we not only preserve what's here, but we also develop the property to be a retreat center without destroying half of the ecosystem along the way. And so we're doing a pretty good job thus far, and there are some areas where we're going to have to make some concessions in order to provide the amenities that guests will have here. However, we will not be destroying viable ecosystem in order to do that. And in some cases that may require a more circuitous route, literally, for this solution. So if the septic field goes in where this road is, we would have to push an access road into the meadow, which we won't do. What we can do, however, is install trafficable surfaces that go over parts of the edge of the septic field and allow us to continue to have access to our construction site. It just requires more infrastructure and planning, but the end goal is achieved by not harming the wetland ecosystem and achieving our goals of building a structure. Over here where they're building the retreat center proper, which is going very well, we have all sorts of pipes and electrical lines and things running underground. And so that area will largely be recreated as a native ecosystem that is more conducive to being near a building. Whereas out there, we're going to do everything we can to restore it to the way it once was a few hundred years ago. So in areas where we have to destroy the soil profile and build structures, we'll be compensating for that with the restoration work surrounding it.